Hello and welcome to my review of another Explorer from the Blackstone Fortress game. If you don't already know, it's a game for between 1 to 5 players. It costs £95, so at the moment it's the only way to get this model. This model being the Azirani Ranger Amallyn Shadowguide. It's a new Eldar model. I go head over heels for anything Eldar. I've got a nice sized Eldar army, and I especially like the Rangers in the Force 2. So the model itself, let's have a little look at that, and then we'll go on to some size comparisons. A big fan of these hips. Really lovely looking model. It's a shame she's covering her face up a bit with a hooded cloak, but you know, she is a Ranger. Really like this Eldar dagger and all the iconography and gems. She's even got a little gem on her cloak and a nice gem there. Can you see it, guys? Do you want me to zoom in a bit? Look at that gem. Wow. Okay, that's enough of that. So yeah, you can see she's got some grenades there, and this Ranger rifle. Don't know what these are. Interesting. And then she's got some kind of like Auspex thing going on connecting to her power pack, and she's got her sheath for a dagger, which, attention to detail, they've actually taken the blade out, which is awesome. And then she's going a bit Slanesh with this long tentacle dangly thing. I don't know whether that's needed, this probing device, or I don't really know. But anyway, lovely looking model. Let me show you some size comparison. How does she size up with other models? So Space Marine, oh, that's close. That's close. She's a bit taller than a Space Marine, just a smidgen, height-wise, and she's got her legs apart, a bit like him. Next to an Intercessor then. Intercessor should be taller. Yep, fair bit taller than the Eldar Ranger there. And then just to show you her next to a Chaos Lord that's in the set. Chaos Lord dwarfs her and it's got a lot more bulk going on. So I hope those size comparisons help. Let me go through all of the rules for her. So if you want to choose her for your games of Warhammer 40,000, you can do. She's an elite choice. She's a power points cost of a 3 and a normal match play points cost of 50. What do you get for your 50 points? Well, her stat line reads movement of 7 inches, weapon skill 3+, ballistic skill 2+, strength 3, toughness 3, wounds 3, 2 attacks, leadership 7, and a save of 5+. She's a single model armed with a Ranger long rifle, power blade, and plasma grenades. Only one of this model can be included in your army. So the Ranger long rifle, unfortunately, it's just a Ranger long rifle. There's nothing special about this rifle, which really sucks. I would have liked her to have some kind of artificer rifle or something like that. Anyway, it's a range of 36 inches, heavy 1, strength 4, AP 0, damage 1. A model firing this weapon can target an enemy character even if they are not the closest enemy unit. If you roll a wound roll of 6+ for this weapon, it inflicts a mortal wound on the target in addition to its normal damage. That's pretty good. That's the reason why you'd take a long rifle. Power blade is a melee weapon, strength of the user which is only 3, AP -2 and damage 1. It's not amazing. And the plasma grenade is a range of 6 inch, grenade D6, strength 4, AP -1 and a damage 1. That's pretty basic. So she comes with a lot of abilities. Ancient Doom. You can reroll failed hit rolls in the fight phase for Amallyn Shadowguide in a turn in which she charges or is charged by a Slanesh unit. However, you must add 1 to morale test for her if she is within 3 inch of any Slanesh unit. That's pretty good. Rerolling failed hit rolls. There's no Slanesh in Blackstone Fortress box set, so this is more of like an Eldar extra kind of rule for the hatred against Slanesh. Battle focus. If Amallyn Shadowguide moves or advances in her movement phase, weapons, excluding heavy weapons, are used as if she had remained stationary. That's pretty good. Moves or advances, still fire that Ranger long rifle. Phase Crystal. Amallyn Shadowguide has a 4+ invulnerable save and can move across models and terrain as if they were not there. That's even better. Just moving across any terrain and she gets a 4+ invulnerable. It's so bizarre that some of the rules, in my opinion, are just kind of made up on the spot. Rules writers, you give me an armor save and I can ignore all terrain. How do you do that? Oh, I've just got a magical crystal. Okay, yeah, that sounds legit. Appear unbidden. During deployment, you can set up Amallyn Shadowguide walking the winding paths of the webway instead of placing her on the battlefield. At the beginning of the first battle round, but before the first turn begins, she emerges from the webway. Set her up anywhere on the battlefield that is more than 9 inches away from any enemy models. I don't know whether you want to do that. I'd just hide her on the battlefield somewhere. I mean, she can be taking a stroll in the webway. That sounds quite cute. Chameleon Cloak. Your opponent must subtract 1 from hit rolls for ranged weapons that target Amallyn Shadowguide. In addition, if Amallyn Shadowguide is receiving the benefit of cover, add 2 to her saving throws instead of 1. That's pretty good. She has got a save of 5+ anyway though, so you might want to be taking a 4+ invulnerable. So keywords: Eldari, Asuryani, Warhost, BL-Tan. Character: Infantry Ranger, Amallyn Shadowguide. So that's Amallyn Shadowguide, the Asuryani Ranger, or the Eldar Ranger, specifically for BL-Tan. It's really cool that we've got a new Eldar model. It's been such a long time since we've had one. I think the last one was of the Ynnari and the God of Death. Pretty good models they were, I think you'll agree. So it was a very pleasant surprise to see a brand new Eldar model in this Blackstone Fortress. I'm a huge fan, really like the look of her. Just wish that Ranger long rifle was, you know, a bit better, other than one you can just pick up off the floor. Anyway, what do you guys think? Pop all your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. It'd be great to hear from you. Thank you ever so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching. The Emperor Protects.